Hello, movie lovers, fans of ILikeBadMovies.com, members at Collections.com. This here is Catfish Man with episode 10 of Catfish Man's Movie Reviews. Today we look at the 1996 Academy Award-winning classic, Fargo. This is a Cohen Brothers film. Get used to that name, because this week we're going to be primarily doing Cohen Brothers. To me, the Coen brothers are sort of our generation's Woody Allen. Sans marrying their niece or nephews or whatever it might be. Sorry, that was a cheap shot. Anyways, Fargo came out in '96. Takes place primarily in Minnesota and Fargo, North Dakota. It is a twisted tale of bungling criminals, a badly laid out plan for one person to make some money, and a whole bunch of bad accents, as mentioned. By bad accents, just regular accent for that area. Excuse me, I'll have a drink of coffee here. Well, Fargo, where do we start? I don't think I'm going to get much into the plot, except for William Macy plays a character who's got himself into some financial trouble. His wife is the daughter of a rich businessman in town. And he comes up with this idea of hiring a couple of guys to kidnap his wife, and he was going to split the reward money with himself and the kidnappers. Bit of a scam there between him and the kidnappers. Lots of great actors and actresses in this movie. I know they're all actors now. Sorry, I'm old. In fact, Frances McDormand, she plays the police chief in one town, and she does a fantastic job. She won the Academy Award. She's a very pregnant character. Steve Buscemi also in the film. If you don't know who Steve Buscemi is, you just don't know his name, because you'll know who he is if you watch TV. Steve Buscemi, I call the bug-eyed actor. Great actor. He's in everything. He's just great. So what you have for this movie, as I mentioned earlier, is a very twisted tale. You've got two guys that were hired to kidnap William Macy's character's wife in order for William Macy to collect on the money from the reward money. He was going to get the money from his wife's father. Well, everything goes to crap. There's unnecessary deaths. Well, most deaths are unnecessary, but deaths that weren't planned. The body count gets reasonably high in this movie. There's some great scenes, if you don't mind brutality. Steve Buscemi gets shot in the face. Somebody gets wood chippered. You can figure it out yourself by watching the movie. Have I told you much about the movie? No, I've told you it's ridiculous. It is fantastic. It deserved the Academy Awards it won. It didn't win Best Picture, but it did win Best Best Original Screenplay, and Best Actress, I said, for McDormand. Then they won some BAFTA awards and stuff like that. So, it's a great movie. If you haven't watched a Cohen film, you probably just don't know that you haven't watched a Cohen film. They're almost always twisted, almost always bizarre, and almost always good. Check out Fargo. I know I haven't told you much about the movie, except for it's a twisted tale of criminals getting things wrong, good people getting hurt, and some hilarious dialogue. It's kind of funny how dark the subject matter of this film is with how funny this film is. The Coen brothers did a great job. The actors did a great job. The story's great. And I'll start off, I don't start off, I'm going to pretty much end by saying that they do mention at the beginning of the film that it's based on a true story. Well, from what I read, it's based on several different incidents put together to make this story with unrelated characters. And like a lot of true stories in movies, it's true with an air quote. So don't worry about that. Worry about watching this movie. If you haven't watched it for a while like myself, I saw it in the theater when it first came out in '96. Watching it again a couple of nights ago, it was like I watched it again for the first time with familiar people. I strongly suggest you watch it if you haven't seen it. And I strongly suggest you watch it again if you haven't seen it for a while. 1996, Fargo, Coen Brothers film, great film. We're going to end with the trailer here, doing a little bit different. And I'm kind of questioning as to whether I should be running trailers, because I'm getting some pushback on YouTube. This may be one of the last trailers I run, but I'm not going to get rid of clips. So I wouldn't mind some input on that also. My Godzilla one, I tried flipping the video from left to right because I heard that helps, but no, it didn't help at all. I didn't get taken down, but I threatened to be advertised by the Warner Brothers. So, first world problems. Anyways, let's take a look at the trailer. Might come back, I might not come back to wish you well and say good day. So we'll see what happens at the end of the trailer. Here's Fargo.
Okay, we got a shooting.
A story so strange,
There's a high-speed pursuit.
it's got to be fiction.
And then this execution type deal.
A place so real,
You were having sex with a little fella then? Yeah.
it's got to be true.
Oh, yeah?
A brilliant macabre thriller so utterly original, it could only be Fargo.
Police!
From the creators of Raising Arizona, there won't be a better film this year.
Oops.
Fargo, rated R.
Hey, welcome back. I decided to come back. So, well, that probably told you nothing about the movie, really. It doesn't matter. Just watch Fargo. 96. You can find it on DVD. You can find it on Blu-ray. If you look hard enough, you can find it on VHS. Screw beta. Screw beta. Anyways, Fargo, Cohen Brothers, fantastic film. Really entertaining, really funny, and at the same time really dark. And once again, I mentioned the accent. This is a real accent of that area, and it's very interesting. Being a Canadian, we have a province called Newfoundland. Love Newfoundland. Don't take any offense, folks, if you're from Newfoundland watching this. But there is a Newfie accent. There's an accent everywhere, I think, if you're separated far enough from another group of people. The Newfie accent is very unique. And watching Fargo, while they don't sound like Newfies, parts of my brain was filling in blanks, like thinking, I feel like I'm watching a Canadian film, because this feels like a Canadian type situation. Not the actual crimes and all that necessarily, but the way people talk seemed like a small town. They were small towns. And if you know what a Newfie accent's like, you probably know what I'm talking about. They don't sound identical, but they're both very interesting. So here's to Newfies. Love you, Newfies. Here's to Fargo and the Coen Brothers. Really get off your butts and go watch it. If you got to download it, then watch it. Then go and buy a copy if you have to do that. Let's not be pro-piracy here. But if you go to any place that has a good selection of DVDs or Blu-rays or VHS, I don't really mean that, you're going to find a copy of Fargo. You're probably going to like it. If you don't like it, I'll give you double your money back for what you paid for this podcast or this video. How's that for a deal? Anyways, this is Catfish Man with a cup of coffee saying, keep it real, keep it retro, keep watching movies. Let me know what the hell you want to watch or want me to watch too. So, take it easy. Have a great day.